Hello everybody, this is Missy with Time to Craft. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So we've already gone over what a signature is in making a signature. So how about today we go ahead and get some pockets and some tucks and things like that put on our pages. So what I have done is I went into my scrap pile and I just pulled out several pieces of scraps that I'm going to use. And we're just going to make some pockets and things such as that today. Sounds like a plan. So let me just tell you, my hands look terrible and I just got beat up. But it's such a beautiful day out there today that I had to go out and work in my garden and do things. And now I can't get my hands clean. But that's okay. That is okay. All right, so into our signature. So if you remember in the one of the last videos, I've got this piece of scrapbooking paper and I just folded the bottom up to make these pockets. So I'm not going to do much here. What I am going to do is come on this page here that is dyed with food coloring, and because it has some print on it, I mean, I guess you could do some journaling on there, but I'm going to go ahead and make some pockets to put on that page right there. So let's see, what do I want to use? What? And I think I had mentioned in the last video on the creating the signature that I wanted to keep this pink and flowery. So alright, so I think I'm about to get this worked out, how I want to do this. And if I know myself well enough, I will probably end up grabbing more paper because that's what I do. I like that one, but not on that print. Okay, I think I'm going to use this. Okay, so let me get my paper cutter. Now when I make a pocket, I usually will, I mean, you can measure it with a measuring tape or a ruler or whatever. I'm going to cut this right here. I don't know if you can see this little black line where it was in the book. I'm going to trim that off real quick. Anyways, so I usually don't do much on measuring. Sometimes I will. Sometimes I won't. Save the scraps. Remember, save the scraps. So what I do is I will put my paper that I'm using, and I will just either take a pencil and mark a little spot, or I'll just do a little tear. Just a little tiny rip so I know where to go ahead and trim it. However you feel comfortable, that's how you do it. And full disclaimer here, everybody, I am by no means an expert at making journals. I am by no means a top-notch artist. I just, like I said in my first video, I stumbled across this and I made some for my granddaughters, and I fell in love with them. Sometimes when I trim it in my paper cutter, there's little fuzz balls. I just kind of trim that off a little bit. Okay, so now that's going to be pocket number 1. And don't forget, if you want to distress your edges, you are more than welcome to. I can't even tell what colors I have anymore. They're so, got so much ink on the front. Okay, so let's, so anyways, back to my disclaimer. So I am by no means, I'm not even good at this. I mean, I just love doing it. And there's something about sitting here and creating stuff that is just so good for my brain. I'm telling you. Oh, okay. So when you, oops, when you get ready to glue your pocket in, leave yourself a little bit of space here on your crease because we're going to sew these together into a book. So we want to make sure we have a little bit of room to do that, okay? All right, let's get some glue and get her glued down. There are some ladies, several ladies on YouTube that make the most amazing journals and have so much talent. I am not one of them, but I love making them. And I'll tell you that I had to do a lot of searching and watching and trying to figure out some of this stuff I just didn't understand because some of the videos were just over my head. So I thought, you know, I like making these and somebody else may enjoy making them. So let's make videos together and maybe I can show you in a way that's more understandable to me, I guess. Alright, so here's a big pocket right here. Now you can leave it just like that if you want to and decorate this and embellish that and just leave it as is. But as I have said in a couple other videos, I like to have lots of storage space, lots of places to hide things and tuck things away. So, and then if you're going to put a pocket on a page, you might as well just maximize the usage, right? Okay, so there's that. I don't know how the weather is where you live today, but oh my gosh, it is absolutely gorgeous outside today. It's like 65 degrees, 66 degrees, such a nice breeze. Sun is shining. Oh, I had to get outside and pulled some weeds in my garden, got some squash planted. Took it out of I started seeds in my greenhouse. So I took those starts and got those going in my garden. So, all right. So now, and then I'm going to make a third pocket. All right. So I think I might do it that way. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, let's glue this one and we'll have our very first page done. And don't forget, if you have a sewing machine, you can sew around your pockets and give it a little bit more dimension and character and all of that stuff. All right, there we go. Page 1 is finished. So what we have is 1, 2, 3 pockets, and you can still do some journaling on the top, right? Absolutely. Here's the envelope. Remember we talked about the envelope. I trimmed the sides off. I'm going to come back and do this envelope another time, and I'm going to show you why in just a second, because I didn't tell you all this in the other video. But here, let me just jump to it. You get these kind of envelopes in the mail, all these junk mail that we get, save these envelopes. Oh my goodness, because you can do so much with these. Let me just show you an example in a journal I'm working on right now that is an envelope. There's the opening. Look how cute that is. I think I have another one in here. But these, you can do so much with these envelopes. Oh, it may not be in this journal. It might be in a different one. But we'll do a flip through. Oh, nope, that's not it. I was just kidding. We'll do a flip through of this journal as well when I get it finished. Oh, there it is. That's an envelope with a big tag in it. So when you get those envelopes in the mail, save them, save them. There's lots of amazing things you can do with that. Okay, back to this one. All right, so I had already done this, and I don't know. I don't even remember what happened with the video, but this is a little corner tuck. Excuse me. And of course I inked the edges and just glued it down. Okay, so we can stick all kinds of stuff right there. Here's a belly band. So I just trimmed that out and I put a pocket on it. So the belly band is going to go right here. And then we can hide something right behind that. But I'm going to hop over here real quick and I'm going to sew this. So y'all just hang on a quick second for me. So a little quick tip here. If you don't have a sewing machine or you don't sew, look at there. So you can see all of the little, I mean the detail of the sewing, the stitches there. Okay, so if you don't have a sewing machine, you can take a, I'm just going to tie these little loose threads up, y'all. You can take a fine tip Sharpie and you can draw. You can hand draw your stitches on your project. Absolutely. And it will probably take just as much time, probably be quicker actually. Now even though I backstitched on this, I always tie it just because I'm afraid it's going to come undone. And I don't want that to happen. Now what you can do if you do sew, you can leave these extra strings on if you wanted to. Or you can trim them off. I think this time I'm just going to go ahead and trim them off. Alrighty, so there's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. But I am going to use my Aquamono glue here because I want this to stick really super duper good. Alright, let's get that on there. Done. So another page is done. Alright, so, and of course I got glue everywhere. That's the one thing about that glue. Now it will run out on you for sure. Okay, so pocket here and the belly band here. Easy breezy. And again, remember, I like to leave a lot of journaling space and space for people to decorate on their own. I took this little scrap piece of scrapbook paper and I folded it in half and stuck it in here. I like to do different size pages because it just kind of gives it, you know, a more fun element. But I put a pocket on here. Pocket. Remember we did sewing on that page. There is our envelope. Now I'm going to decorate this envelope and the other envelope at the same time. So for now, I'm just going to leave that alone. So what I like to do is I like to go, let me back up here, every few pages and put a pocket or something. So we got a pocket, pockets, corner tuck, belly band, pocket. This is our center of our signature. So I think what I'm going to do is, oh, let me think about this one. I think I might skip this section right here because I think what I'm going to do is, number one, I got to trim this envelope down, but I think what I'm going to do when I sew everything in, I might make some kind of a side tuck with this right here. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave that alone for right now. Okay, so here's the other half of that scrapbook paper. And remember, I folded this in and made a little side tuck there. Journal. So let's do something right here. What do we want to do right here? So what I typically do is I do all of my pockets and the easy stuff first, and then I go back with the cooler things. So I think I might, do we like that side? Do we like the solid pink or the flowers? Because I'm trying to keep it flowery, right? What I want to do is I want to make a top tuck. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, let me get this cut. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to fold this in half because it gives it a little bit more firmness. And if you had a clean work area, you would easily find your supplies. But I am not that person. Everything is always a mess. And okay, we're just going to pretend. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that too big? I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue all of this down. We're going to glue this shut, okay? And I'm not going to put it on our paper since that glue runs out on the sides. We don't want it on our journaling paper. No, no, no. Okay, so now what? I think I'm going to round the edges off. I do believe. Y'all bear with me here while I just think about this mess. Okay. Try not to do that when the ink is still wet, but you know, sometimes you gotta hustle through it. Okay, so I'm going to let's try a little bit of Victorian Velvet Distress ink and see how that looks. I may not like it so much, but if I don't, guess what? You can distress it with something else, right? Okay, do we like that? Y'all ever do something and second guess yourself? And then you're like, oh, I just don't know. So indecisive. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit the darker. There we go. Now I like that better. Okay, so I'm going to get my Fabrifix. But the question is, what side do I want? That side. Definitely that side. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue across right here on the top. And I keep saying I need to fill my bottle up. Uh-oh. Thank y'all for telling me that. I need to do this side, don't I? My goodness, seeing how I changed my mind. See? Second guessing myself. There. Okay, so now I'm going to put some glue. Oh, if I can get my glue to come down. I need to fill my bottle up. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it right on the top of our page. Make sure you don't glue your pages together. Ask me how I know about that. Now remember, our Fabrifix, good glue, love it, and it usually sets pretty quick. There. Now what I like about this is you just tuck your paper right in there. You can put bigger pieces of paper in there. It's going to hold a picture and all kinds of stuff. Okay. And again, we're going to come back and do some embellishing on this stuff as well, okay? All right. And then here is our bag. That's going to be a pocket. There's the other side of our envelope. Let's do, there's a pocket. Let's do a corner tuck on this one. What do you think? On the top. What shall we use? So when, me personally, now this is me, when I start making a journal, oh, here's a scrap piece right here that we can use. Look at that. When I start making a journal and I just look at the few little things, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not even going to be pretty. But once you get going, okay, so I think I'm going to put that right there because this gets lost on the pink. Does it? I don't know. Again, indecisive. Ugh. Okay, so we're going to do it right there. And now I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I do remember. So I put the basic things at the beginning of making my journals, and I just go through it, and I thought, oh, this is just going to be such a plain journal. But as you get going and you come back and add all the pretty stuff to it, oh, it just comes to life then. I do it every single time. Okay, so when we do this corner pocket, whether you do it on the top or the bottom, only glue the 3 sides, okay, because this is where we're going to tuck. And of course, I missed that by a mile. There. So we want to be able to tuck something just like so. Okay. All right, so now what I like to do is start over. Now, pocket. We've got some pockets. We're going to do our envelope, journaling. There's our bag. It's going to be a pocket. We've got our corner tuck. We've got our belly band with a pocket. We've got journaling space. We've got a pocket. We're going to do our envelope. I've got to figure out how I want to work that out for sure. Because I definitely want to do something on this side right here. And then we've got this little side tuck right here. Journaling space. We've got our top tuck. We've got our bag that is a pocket. Journaling space. The other end of our envelope. We've got our corner tuck. And we have our pocket. All right, so let me just think about this for a minute. So when I do the envelopes, so as you can see, I sealed it up. I need to put a little bit of glue on this, but then I trim the two edges off because that's going to open it up. So let me do this a little bit better right here. And then just always make sure you don't get anything glued shut because you do want to be able to put stuff in there. Okay, so I find my safety pin. Let's decorate this envelope, shall we? Let's move this out of the way. And what I do when I decorate these, I'll decorate them two separate ways. It will not be the same all the way across the board. That way it looks like it's two separate entities. Oh, and I forgot I had this. I found this and I didn't even realize. It's an envelope, and I just folded the bottom up, and I made this pocket right. Well, let me find one you can see better. Folded this pocket, and then I put a piece of scrapbook paper on it, made a little pocket here, and then when I glue it in, there'll be a pocket back there. We'll make one of these. I found that in my stash, and I was like, oh, we're going to use that for sure. All right, let me look and see what I've got going on here. That almost fits, but not quite right. Now I want to make sure whatever I do, it doesn't match the pockets that we just made. Now, I think that's what I'm going to do right there. Okay, let me trim this off again. Save the scraps. Always, always, always. Okay, so now this time I'm going to have to use my pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it open. And I'm going to mark Okay, let's see if we can get this right here. Trim off this big piece first because we don't need all of that hanging out. And I guarantee you I just cut it too short. You know why? Because that's what I do. Let's see what we got. But the beauty of this stuff is, oh, perfect. When you make a mistake, you just cover it up. You just roll with it. All right, so here we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it that way. And I think, because this end here is going to open up. So I think I'm going to, got this coffee stain, so I'm not, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to glue this whole thing right down. And we're going to leave it at that. And we'll do something on the outside of it. So just get your glue going. I love using the envelopes. Envelopes are super duper cheap and you can just do so many things. All right. There we go. Another little trick that I learned, oh, I want to say from Pam at the Paper Outpost. Baby wipes. Keep baby wipes on hand for easy cleanup of all this glue everywhere, because I'm telling you, it will be everywhere. Okay, so now we've got it glued down, so I'm going to trim this off. Save your scraps. There. How stinking cute is that? And of course, we're going to pink it up. I'm going to use the pink this time. Y'all, I hope that you enjoy these videos. I mean, I'm just getting started, so you know, I know the videos aren't the best in the world, but I just love it. And when I have a passion for something, I want to share it. And I enjoy doing these journals so much. It's just unbelievable. Okay, and I want everybody else to love them too. So there you go. Look at that. How stinking cute is that, right? Looky there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and decorate the other side, and you don't have to make this match. It doesn't have to be the same as that side. You can make it whatever you want. And I'm not sure what I got here, and I could use the other side. But the problem is it's not big enough to cover that where the, here we go, we can do that one. Do we like that one? I think so. Absolutely. Okay, let's glue this one on. Oops, wrong one. All right. I'm going to turn it that way. Okay, so now you don't have to worry about getting it all the way to the crease, because remember, we're going to sew right in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to trim this one. And I kind of went over the fold just a little bit, which is easily fixable. So I'm just going to fold it back this way. And I don't know if you can see it on here or not, but I kind of went over a little bit. But I'm going to trim that off. And then I'm going to go in and ink this. Now I don't know if I'm going to use the, I don't know if the pink is going to stand out. Nope, nope, definitely not the pink. Let's go back with this one. Wish I could remember what this one is called. I can't see it anymore. I know one is walnut stain. I can't remember the other one. I'm going to have to look it up. There. And then what you can do is get that crease really good. There. So there's that one. And what we'll do is we'll do some pockets on these. Not that one though. But you can make pockets on the outside, and we're going to have this right here on the inside, right? I'm going to have to glue that a little bit better, that's for sure. There we go. All right. Nice. Okay, so this is what we're going to see. Let's just stick it back in our signature and look. So, pockets. And there's our envelope. Look how stinking cute that is, would you now? Oh, we love it, love it. Okay, let's do the other side, and then I think what I'm going to do, I might do the polka dots. I like the polka dots. Let's do the polka dots on this one. But what I want to do on this one here, okay, so we've got, that's going to open up and be a pocket there. But because we don't have the coffee stain on this one, I think what I'm going to do, matter of fact, what I know I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to make a little pull tab. Let's do some inking. And I'll ink that side in just a minute. There, so that way we'll have a little pocket here as well. Okay, so this one though, we're not going to glue the whole thing. We're just going to go around the edges. And again, not very straight lines with this glue. Okay. Excuse me. And get it as close as you can. Remember, you know, we're not about perfection when we make these, because If you do make a mistake, we can fix it, we can cover it up, we can glue it, we can ink it, we can do lots of things to it. It is not the end of the world if we make a boo-boo. Okay, I am going to trim this one. Okay, so now what we have is you're going to open it and you're going to have that part of the pocket, and you're going to have this. Love it. I love envelopes. Oh, so many things you can do with the envelopes. Okay, let's go ahead and cover this side, and then we'll stick it back into our signature and see what it looks like. Okay, so we've got polka dots on that side. Let's see. That's not big enough. I've got tons of paper. I'm just trying to work through some of my scraps, if at all possible. I like that one. It's not big enough, but I do have a bigger piece, so we may end up using that. Oh, I like this one too. What about that one? Do we like that one? Huh, can you see that one? It's got flowers for sure. I say yes. That's what I say. I say let's just go for it. Now, do we want to do the same thing as we did on this one and put that pocket on the top? Or do we want to put one right here so you can slide something in sideways? But if we do that, we're going to lose our flower, I think. Again, so many decisions, so many options. Oh my goodness, it's going to be one on the top. What do you think? I think so. Okay, so what I'm going to do though is, because I want to make sure I get that pull in the center, I'm going to go ahead and trim this one off right now. Be careful when you trim. You don't want to cut your envelope, which you can fix it if you do. No big deal, but, you know, save a step, right? All right, there's that. Ink it up if you want to. Remember, you don't have to run out and buy a whole bunch of supplies to get started. Just get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there might be guys watching this. I don't know. There. Now what you can do is ink right here. I always like to do that if you're inking anything. I don't think I did the inside. I did not. There. And I'm going to probably go all the way across like this. Okay, let's glue this one. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. It dries faster. So when you order the art glitter glue, it comes in a big bottle. And then they send you this small one with this metal tip. And they send a safety pin to put in the top and close it. Because this one, if I remember correctly, is stainless steel, so it won't get rusty from the glue. So you don't want to lose your safety pin, stick pin, straight pin, whatever you want to call it. I keep calling it a safety pin. Alrighty, so make sure you got it pointing the right way and facing up. Done that a bunch of times. Glue something upside down. And then look what I'm doing right here. Oh my goodness. Start over. Did y'all see what I just did? Alright, so my battery died. So hopefully I can pick up and get this finished because this battery is not much better. Alright, so I have glued that paper onto that side of the envelope. Okay, so now we have to trim this little bottom part right here. Y'all, I hate to have to rush, but ugh. I thought I had everybody all charged up, and I guess I just don't. So, this is our envelope. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, and I think I'm going to end it on this so I don't have to worry about not being able to finish this video. So we got, let's just flip through it real quick, shall we? I like to keep going back and look over and over. That's just me, my preference, because then I can see stuff and change my mind or come up with something different, whatever the case may be. Pockets on this page. There's our envelope. Pocket. I'm going to put pockets on the outside of this. Side tuck. Corner tuck, I mean. Belly band with a pocket. Pocket. We're going to do something with that. I'm not sure what yet. And the more I look at it, the more I think I might change my mind about what I'm going to do with that one. We got a little side tuck right here. Lots of journal space. We've got our top tuck right here. And there's our bag with a pocket. There's the other side of our envelope. So we've got pocket on the top. We've got this pocket right here. And then we're going to have this pocket. Okay. And then we've got our corner tuck here and our pocket right here. And yes, as you can see, I have another pocket. I'm going to do something with that for sure. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Be safe, be happy, be blessed, and I will see you soon. Bye now.